Let's dive into the details of what makes up a healthy diet tailored for chronic pain and mood support. The proposed diet is called the Mind Diet and Brain Health. You may have heard of special diets that help you live longer, or certain foods that are good for your heart, but what does the research say about brain healthy foods? In 2015, scientists found that people who followed a certain diet, abbreviated as the Mind Diet, had a lower risk for cognitive decline. The Mind Diet is a special combination between the Mediterranean diet, which we discussed earlier, and the DASH diet, a diet developed for people with high blood pressure. MIND stands for Mediterranean Dash Intervention for Neurodegenerative Delay Diet. In other words, delaying the breakdown of cognitive processes. The Mind Diet is high in fruits, vegetables, and fiber, and low in saturated fats and cholesterol. By following the Mind Diet, even in part, and taking a stab at it, you may be able to fortify your brain and improve your overall health and mood as you age. The Mind Diet focuses on increasing the intake of brain healthy foods. This includes whole grains, beans and legumes, nuts, green leafy vegetables and other vegetables, berries, fish, and poultry. How much of each of these is good? For whole grains, at least 3 servings a day. For beans, at least 3 servings a week. For nuts, about 5 servings a week. Green leafy vegetables, about every day. Other vegetables, about once a day. Berries, 2 times a week. Fish, at least 1 time a week. And poultry and chicken, at least 2 times a week. These are a lot of numbers we don't expect you to memorize, and we're happy to recap them again or discuss further what you have found works for you and your diet as you've aged and grown older. Let's keep going. The Mind Diet also involves limiting the intake of foods that have been shown not to be as healthy or beneficial for your brain and heart. These include red meat, fried or fast food, butter and margarine, cheese, and pastries and sweets. These are things we should be trying to limit on a weekly basis rather than prioritizing as core parts of our diet. For red meat, you should aim to have it 4 or less times a week. Aim to have fast food around 1 time a week. Aim to have cheese around 1 time a week. And aim to have less than 5 servings of pastries and sweets a week. One tip is to use olive oil instead of butter whenever you're cooking, or maybe another oil like avocado oil. Take a minute to pause and discuss with the group healthy exchanges you've made in your diet and what has worked best to improve the way that you think and feel throughout your days.